Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Time Machine. I'm Harper, and today I'm making a mixed media image combining painting, drawing, and collage in the old sketchbook. And this image is an offering of acknowledgement and celebration to the official creativity season. Yes, that's a thing I just made up yesterday, but you know what? In my mind, it's real. What in the Sam Hale is creativity season, I hear you asking? Well, friend, it's that time of the year when most of us feel super creative and excited to make art. And yeah, that's about it. But you know what I mean. It's like Halloween and Dia de Muertos and the rest of the holidays. Yeah, creativity! You know, like that. It's all about rainy October days or crisp November nights. Yep, it's the best time of the year for making art. This time of the year always reminds me of going downtown to check out all the local galleries and shops. Tons of music and weirdos and scenesters and patchouli stinkers all mixing it up with the regular citizens. Good times, good times. And in my fake official capacity as the mayor of creativity season, that doesn't even make any sense, but Hemingway, I hereby declare and decree that this season runs from about the last week of September through like the middle of January. You know, give or take a few days. So let it be written, so let it be done. And since we've all got a lot of work to do by the beginning of the year, let's get the party started on today's entertaining, exciting, amazing, and extra fun time video. Are you ready? Let's go! Today, we're back in the sketchbook and gluing down pages from that old dictionary I got at the consignment store. I don't know what year it was published because the end papers are torn out, but it's definitely mid-century.
Whoa, so interesting. Tell me more.
Now, the last few sketchbook videos I've made have sort of been a test for the art style that I want to use for a comic story I have in mind. Planning to make it in a drawing, painting, collage, mashup, mixed media extravaganza style, just like all the super cool comics by Dave McKean and Bill Sienkiewicz from the mid-90s when I first got into comic art and stories. Oh sure, I'll probably never make the actual comic story, but it's still fun to mess around with ideas and stuff, right? Come on, suspend your disbelief just a little. I've just always loved the layering of collage and mixed media drawing and painting with text and half-covered ghost images and partially erased first-try marks. The words from old books and magazines get covered in layers of media, like mysteries and secrets. And it also happens to be a really cool design element. And it's probably one of the reasons I like the look of outsider art. This style is sort of brutal and immediate and disorganized and utterly not perfect. It's uncontrolled, and art accidents happen all the time, both happy and shitty.
Huh, tell me about it. I had a shitty accident at church on Sunday. Oh, forgive me.
But that's one of the cool things about this brutal, layered, secret ghost art style. The more you screw up, the cooler and more mysterious the image gets. Huh, pretty neat, right? The text in this image is a line from the song A Rock and a Hard Place by the Sisters of Mercy. Can you feel the goth-powered dark emotions? Oh, somebody just walked across my grave. And then this is the first time I laid down the text for this, and of course, it was too small and I hated it, so I painted over the top of it. That looks good enough. Let's draw some lines under it and call it a day. Now, her whole body here is still too light. I'm going to go ahead and just darken this in all the way around. Go ahead and smear it around with your thumb. That seems to work sometimes. And now I'm using an eraser to pull some of the lead off of those fingers and make them pop a little bit and make it look a little bit more like she is actually holding that champagne flute. This is an electric razor, just pulling the whites back out of the eyes. Now we've moved back over to the Prussian blue watercolor. We're just going to lay down another thin layer on top of her, darken her up even more, and then we're going to put some more on that super planned out shadow on her face. Okay, looking good. Let's add some Prussian blue flick because of course you would. Too much. Let's clean her up. All right, and now I'm going to lay down some pure white gesso making the lightest light right up against the darkest dark. It's a great way to make anything pop. And now we've moved on to that X-Acto blade again, just cutting through the top layers of that newspaper background. It just gives it a really cool, crunchy texture. Pulling the lights out of the eyes one more time, and let's boost up that background a little bit more, just to give us a little more drama, a little more separation. A little highlight in the eyes, that's a classic move. Looking good. And trying to make the jewelry pop out even more, but I went too far and it looks like it's glowing in the dark, so then I had to go back over it with the blue pencil. This is a white pencil on top of her fingers, make them pop a little bit more. That shoulder was sort of pushing into the background, so I added a little more gesso. Now I needed something down here in this bottom space, and I didn't know what, and I was going to draw something, and then I started looking back through that dictionary that I got the paper from in the first place, and I saw a whole page of insects. This one is called the 17-year locust or something like that. I don't know, it looks like a cicada. But I thought that was perfect. I glued it down and then put some lines on top of it, scratched it up with the X-Acto blade, threw some flick onto it to match the rest of the image, and then just say, all right, I think we're done. Well, friends, that's about all the time I have for creativity season today. But if you'd like to see even more hot sketchbook action, cool stories about art and life, and dad jokes, check out these rad videos right here. And if you thought this video was better than being trapped in the house on Haunted Hill, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so you'll never miss another sketchbook video right here on the Time Machine. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it real.